fucking my shit up. There we go. Ha. There we go. A little bit better. I'm just going to call it better. Well, there's always this. Oh, shit. Clicking buttons not changing anything. Where am I? Now.
Now it's working. I think. Shit. You keep up with this shit.
Something's happening, but I don't know. My shit ain't working right.
Oh, I don't want. It's my own fault. Had my shit all fucked up. Damn it. Those motherfuckers. Actually, I'm the motherfucker. I did to myself. To myself. Son of a bitch. Who know what? That's even no bad. Is that any better? I don't know. Many people are saying. They're saying. Many people are saying. What about this? Who the fuck is Ginky?
No drama, Obama. No drama, Obama. Obama. I can't. I don't think it's working. It's kind of working. But it isn't. It doesn't fuck with my shit. It didn't change. Here we go.
Corinne?
What the fuck? Barbarian?
Uncle and Shave.
Who the fuck is
Joe?
Who
Who the fuck is Haley?
I
I don't know.
We'll
Be Haley.
Barry, just go.
Here we go.
Here we are.
This was
That was
good.
good.
Wheat
Meatball salad.
Thing because this is a setup of what the downstream lack of trust in Kash Patel, law enforcement, and all of that generally is showing, where there is a huge amount of skepticism. Ryan and Emily covered the text messages yesterday that were put in the criminal complaint against Charlie Kirk, alleged assassination, Tyler Robinson, and including these text messages between Robinson and his boyfriend. And in those text messages, he appeared to not only confess to the crime, but also talked about, wanting to go back and retrieve the rifle. However, a lot of people are focusing on some of the particular language that is being used here by Robinson.
Really weird
and
language.
Candace Owens, one of the more high-profile people, questioning the legitimacy of these messages. Here's what she had to say.
Yeah, these messages are clearly doctored, is what I would say. They're doctored. Now, they could decide why they're doing that. Tyler's being forthcoming. We're protecting him in some capacity. I find that to be unacceptable. Okay? Unacceptable. I want every single text message. I want timestamps. It is conspicuous that you are not telling us when this was sent, because it sounds like it's when the campus is on lockdown and he's got to go back and he's got to clean up. And then all of a sudden we're in the next day when his dad is getting clued in after the picture's been released. They're not telling us that. Okay. And you have a right to be a little bit uncomfortable about that, because I'm a lot of bit uncomfortable about that. We need.
We moved into this house full-time in 2017, and the plan that
Full answers.
And as bad as it's presented in Utah, I'm not buying all of it. I'm particularly not buying those text messages. It just seems too stilted, too much like a script, actually a bad script.
That's from Steve Bannon and from Candace Owens. Their allegation. I mean, look, nobody really knows. By the way, Matt Walsh, many others have said the same thing. What they're saying is it almost looks as if Robinson is trying to absolve a boyfriend of pre-knowledge of the crime and of helping plan it. I mean, it's theoretically possible. They pointed to Breaking Bad, for example, the famous Walter White scene where he tries to absolve Skyler on the phone. I wouldn't put it necessarily out of the realm of possibility, because if we're being, I mean, look, this is my own pure speculation.
Shit like
the messages
that,
are a bit weird. I mean, one of the things Candace,
they're really weird.
One of the things Candace brings up is vehicle. She was like,
really
go
weird.
in your text messages and search for the word vehicle. And I looked at it. The only time it has ever appeared is whenever I get a message from the service department of the car dealer saying your vehicle is ready for service, or from one of those spam messages from China where they pretend to be the DMV.
Right.
And they're like, your DMV.
Your vehicle registration
it's like plus
is expiring.
63 area code. Your vehicle has, exactly, your tags have expired. There is not a single other reference. No, actually, I did text my wife once about Secret Service vehicle. That's what I said.
Secret Service vehicle.
That's the only, that's the only time I've ever referred to my car as my vehicle. To a car as a vehicle. All right, some major breaking news over now. ABC Disney has
Slaughter is super conservative.
officially pulled late night host Jimmy Kimmel's show,
He's
quote,
very
indefinitely
Republican.
after remarks about Charlie Kirk. So we thought that we would
Very
start
much
here
right-wing.
with the actual comments themselves so that we can prejudge it.
Everybody
We
having
can
trouble
talk
buying
about
this
that,
shit.
and then the
This shit is
extraordinary action
sketchy.
that has since followed, where it appears that the government, the
Sketchy.
FCC, put
It was so
tremendous
sketchy.
pressure on ABC News, on ABC, on Disney, on ABC affiliates, including potentially saying that they would block mergers in order to compel this extraordinary action. So with that, let's actually start with the comments. Let's see what Jimmy Kimmel himself said.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the
They're trying to say it like he's saying that like he's trying to spread the narrative that the shooter is definitely MAGA. But what he's actually saying is, which is very accurate, very true, is that they're pointing the finger at everyone but themselves. And that's exactly what they were doing. They were accusing everyone under the sun of being guilty of this. They were desperate to say that this was anyone but one of them. They were like, oh no, it's gotta be anybody, somebody else, somebody else.
The finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They just started construction of the ballroom for the White House.
Look, I leave it outside. He's in hysterics. So emotional.
And it's going to be a beauty.
He's losing it. He's so emotional.
He's at the fourth stage of construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
Okay, so that was the segment. What everybody in particular was very upset with him over was he said MAGA tried desperately to convince people that the shooter was not one of them. I mean, obviously, given what we know about the text messages and some of the potential motivation, or at the very least does not appear as if the Tyler Robinson was, quote, one of them. So, yeah, does Jimmy look stupid for that comment? Yes. Are you allowed?
No, you look stupid. Sauger, you look stupid for getting the statement wrong. He's pointing out what MAGA was doing. They were desperate to try to paint the shooter, blame the shooting on anyone but themselves. That's what they were doing. They were going nuts. They were like, oh, well, it was a trans person. Well, it was this person. It was a gay person. It was a Democrat, liberal, leftist. I mean, Jesus. They were even trying to blame Obama in a way. That was crazy. Well, not in a way. They were, oh, Obama, he divided us, and now look what happened years later. Utterly fucking insane. But he described accurately what they were doing. Because, I mean, Jesus. Anyone who was watching the news, especially watching Fox, I mean, they were coming out, like, talking about, we're going to boom. It's insane. Like, who's that Jesse Waters dork? Like, he's gonna do something. Like, he's gonna do anything to anyone.
allowed to be stupid in this country? Yes. Are you allowed to be wrong in this country? Presumably, yes. This ignited a massive witch hunt online, and which led to pressure in several different areas. And that's why I want to be careful about how I describe them. First and foremost was on the affiliates of ABC, which air Jimmy Kimmel's show. Now, there was some indication prior to the comments of the FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr about ABC and about Jimmy Kimmel, that they were going in that direction. So that was some genuine business pressure where people who were ABC affiliates who air Kimmel's show were upset with what he said. They have markets in conservative areas, and they said, hey, Disney, we may be pulling this. But that did not lead to the Disney actual decision. What led to the decision was an extraordinary comment here by the FCC Commissioner, who appeared right before the news broke, actually on Benny Johnson's show, and laid it out very specifically, quote, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, about both Nexstar, which is a company which is ABC affiliates and airs much of Kimmel, and on ABC and Disney. Here is what the FCC Commissioner, Brendan Carr, had to say. D3 guys, let's play it.
Frankly, when you see stuff like this, I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or, you know, there's going to be additional work for the FCC. Again, there's actions that we can take on licensed broadcasters. And frankly, I think that it's really sort of past time that a lot of these licensed broadcasters themselves push back on Comcast and Disney and say, listen, we are going to preempt. We are not going to run Kimmel anymore until you straighten this out, because we licensed broadcaster, are running the possibility of fines or license revocation from the FCC if we continue to run content that ends up being a pattern of news distortions.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the...
Okay, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. And it is almost moments, literally, after that interview aired, that ABC announced that it would indefinitely pull the Jimmy Kimmel show. So we've shown you the comments, we've shown you the FCC Commissioner, and I've also contextualized for all of you that there was some genuine business reaction from ABC affiliates. Now, there are various different definitions and fights that are all happening here. It's a question about whether this was a government-compelled action to censor Jimmy Kimmel. I think it is unambiguous, given what the FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr said, that it is a textbook definition of jawboning. For people who don't know what that term is, it kind of originated in the 1960s, and the idea is that public pressure and statements from the government itself are used as a matter to compel private business action. In this case, the FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr has tremendous power, not only over ABC and Disney, but also over this Nexstar organization. So for context, last month, the Nexstar Media Group, which is the largest owner of these local TV stations in the US, announced its intention to purchase its largest rival, called Tegna. This was a $6.2 billion acquisition. Nexstar needs the approval of the FCC, and it needs the FCC to specifically lift its own rules of a 39% cap on the number of households one company is permitted to reach through a television station ownership. FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr in May suggested his mind was open to repealing this limit. However, it of course leads to his own discretion.
Right.
So Nexstar was already under pressure, it appears, and had to give something to the FCC. And this was a very easy way to do that, which ultimately led to Jimmy Kimmel being canceled there by ABC News, or sorry, by ABC and Disney, which is, I mean, look, guys, this is one of the largest media conglomerates in the world. All right, let's be very clear. And the fact is that they caved to this specifically, I believe, because of the FCC's statements.
Yeah.
I just don't see, personally, how unless all the vast majority of the affiliates came out and said we won't air it, that then they would do it. And by the way, if that's how it happened, it's a very different story, because that's a business decision. Look, on Jimmy Kimmel, I haven't watched his show and probably, I don't know, the last time he went viral for me is when I was in college on those Matt Damon videos, you know? I mean, that was a long, long time ago. Or The Man Show. Like, that is the only reference I have for Jimmy Kimmel, when he was dating, like, Sarah Silverman. That's it. That's all I got. I know nothing else about the guy. I'm pretty sure his ratings were a disaster. in a decade, there's almost certainly he would not be on the air, but it is very obvious that this is a result of FCC pressuring, jawboning, etc. A textbook definition of the case. And the fact is, you know, a lot of people are trying to cope and be like, oh, it was a business decision. I'm like, well, then they should have let it play out to see if it was actually a business decision. It's like, no, it wasn't a business decision. It was clearly as a result of government pressure. So
the right has made perfectly clear over, you know.
Here's right-wingers always have to admit. Look, I watched them in solo. Bad ratings, da-da-da. I mean, what's wrong?
The past few decades, just how much they hate anybody left of center. It doesn't matter if you're a liberal or a leftist. It doesn't matter if you're a moderate conservative who voted for Biden or Kamala. They fucking hate you. I mean, their whole media infrastructure is built on just over and over saying how much they hate half the country, right? Well, guess what? In the wake of Charlie Kirk getting shot, they really took this rhetoric and ramped it up 100-fold to the point where it's fucking scary. You know, you got libs of TikTok calling for civil war. You got Elon Musk begging for violence. You got these politicians who are saying things that are sound more like some Rwandan genocide shit than some serious adult commentary, right? You look at all the comments from Biden and Obama and fucking anybody left of center, any major Democratic politician, they're out there saying, hey, I condemn the violence, this is horrible, we can't be a country that has political violence, et cetera, et cetera. And then you look at anybody on the Republican side and it's just like, hey, is it time to start, you know, rounding up the evildoers, you know? This whole sentiment was reflected on Fox News, where you have Jessica Tarloff, who's the resident liberal, and she and Greg Gutfeld get into a back and forth here. But Greg Gutfeld, I mean, just pay attention to his tone, pay attention to his passion, and how this man he has hatred flowing through his veins, even for the moderate liberal who's a co-host and a co-worker that sits next to him every day. So let's watch, then I'll have a lot to say about it. Watch this.
If there is evidence that he was a leftist, and Cash talked this morning about this note that doesn't exist anymore, but through our aggressive interview posture, we know exactly what it said. They're going to have to do better than that for people to take it from the president and people who are supporting him in this, that this is a they problem, that the left came out and they took out Charlie Kirk. Now, it may absolutely be the case, but we know that Tyler Robinson was raised in a close-knit conservative family. We know it was a big gun culture family. The grandma said something like, we don't even know any liberals. It wasn't school indoctrination. Carrie Lake went off on that.
We don't even know any
online
Democrats.
apprenticeship program at Dixie Technical College, which I don't think was
changed. I would just know
I
the
understand,
family
but
said
they didn't
he
say
changed.
when he changed. I'm just saying we need
They said
more
he articulated
information
his
before
hate
you
for Charlie
smear.
Kirk at a dinner.
Before you
We
smear.
don't need more information.
Really?
Yes, we
Okay.
don't need it. What is interesting here is why is only this happening on the left and not the right?
Let me just pause there. First of all, even if you say Tyler Robinson was a liberal or a leftist, even if you grant people that, the idea that therefore every liberal or every leftist in the country is guilty is fucking preposterous. Point number one. Point number two, he says, this is only happening on your side. Really, Greg? Really? Is that what we're doing now? This is the conversation that we want to have? It was in fucking June, multiple Democratic lawmakers were murked by a right-wing MAGA terrorist who had a list of 75 exclusively Democrats on that list. Exclusively. You didn't say shit about it. Trump didn't say shit about it. Nobody said anything about it on the right. It was in and out of the news in a day or two. We're one of the few outlets that actually covered it and took it fucking seriously. But it only happens, they say, on your side. By the way, they lie, just so you know, they lie about the terror attack in Minnesota, and they say, he was appointed by Tim Walz, so he was a Democrat. You have got to be, that's so dishonest, because it was some nothing, stupid, low-level business board that he didn't even meet the people who was on the board, and they went with this guy as a Republican pick, right? And they
build a website you love with Wix. For your
The only way natural, delicious pineapples from the harvest could be better is if they came in a bottle. Look at that. Simply say yes to simple.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well, especially considering that we are currently living in very dark, dystopian, and anxiety-inducing times. If you've been online in the past few weeks, most likely you've seen some pretty horrifying stuff. Things that are becoming so frequent and increasingly terrible, I'm not even sure where to start. But what I do want to highlight is how fundamentally unprepared the current day media landscape is to deal with these conversations and these stories that are currently going viral and instilling a lot of polarization. And again, there are many instances of this, but the latest of all of them that kind of inspired me to do this video is this recent music video from none other than DaBaby. Yes, that DaBaby, who hasn't made a hit song or had a relevant feature in like years at this point. He's somehow back in the discourse yet again off of this new music video he has dropped on social media, which featured a dramatization of the recent and very tragic and violent killing of Irina Zarutska, a Ukrainian who was living in America and was recently seen being killed on security cam footage on public transit. If you haven't seen it, don't go look for it. It's horrifying. It is stomach churning. When digging further into the background of the suspect in this killing, DeCarlos Brown, the guy clearly had a history of very serious mental health issues, and at one time even called the police to investigate man-made materials inside his body. I don't know. I feel like anybody who is engaging in that sort of behavior shouldn't necessarily be arrested and locked away with the key thrown away, but they should at the very least like be put into some kind of system or program or something that is going to hopefully mentally put that person on the right track so that they're not slipping through the cracks and presenting as a danger to society because they have no help, no support in the way DaBaby did here with this song and music video. It is a completely cringe misfire, not only in terms of the content of the song itself, seemingly having very little to do with what the music video is dramatizing in a literal sense, but of course, like, DaBaby paints himself in the video as like this heroic bystander who just happened to grab the hand of...
It's time, your time, not just to go back to school.
It's time to stop with the constant performances infecting and infesting birds.
In Jacksonville, I got a flu virus named after me because I kissed a bat on a dare.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at TV episodes that played differently since they first aired because of what we know now.
Your flight's gonna make an unscheduled stop in exactly 22 minutes.
Number 30, Robot Chicken's half-assed Christmas special. Robot Chicken. Only Robot Chicken would think to mix misery with the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Linus, you're awake! Why am I tied up? Because you're going to write me the love letter I always wanted.
This segment is naturally full of twisted moments, one of which has only become darker with age. Searching for a tied-up Linus, Snoopy dons a Batman costume. Everyone thus mistakes him for Val Kilmer, even if the getup is more Adam West than Batman Forever.
Val Kilmer? Hey, you're my brother's dog!
When Snoopy gets to, well, Snoopy, Sally sends him the way of Old Yeller. Hearing Linus say Val Kilmer's dead wasn't the same after the actor passed away from pneumonia in 2025, following his throat cancer diagnosis a decade earlier. Much like how Snoopy is a nonverbal character, Kilmer struggled to speak out loud during his final years, adding another unexpected parallel to this parody.
The Navy needs Maverick. The kid needs Maverick.
Number 29, I Do, I Don't, The Steve Harvey Show. In 2025, Sean Diddy Combs stood trial in a major sexual abuse case. While Combs was found guilty on some charges, a not guilty verdict was returned for the more serious ones. Nevertheless, it's hard to look back at Combs' media mentions throughout the years without considering certain things.
Hey, Steve, this Sean Puppy Combs. Puff Daddy be my pal.
Who are you, man?
This joke from Supernatural is one example.
So what kind of thing likes virgins and gold? P. Diddy?
Alleged sex crimes aren't the only controversy in Diddy's career. He's also been embroiled in
it's like he had a reputation.
Rapper rivalry, which he tried to diffuse with Snoop Dogg in a 1997 Steve Harvey Show appearance. The episode seemed like a response to Tupac's 1996 murder. With the Notorious B.I.G. being gunned down weeks after this episode aired, though, the rivalry felt realer than ever.
Now, Steve, have you learned your lesson? That ain't the way to handle problems, baby.
Yeah!
Number 28, Jared has AIDS, South Park. Jared Fogel's cameo in Community is among the many that didn't age terribly well. Conversely, this South Park episode has only grown more timely since its debut in 2002.
It's amazing how slim you can get with AIDS.
I'll bet you can.
Would you like to meet them?
Them?
My aides. Scott, Tyler. Scott is my personal trainer, and Tyler is my dietitian. Hello.
Oh, AIDS, AIDS.
Yep, hooray for AIDS!
While Fogel doesn't voice himself, South Park inadvertently foretold the world turning on the former Subway spokesperson. Here, it's all one big misunderstanding, with the town thinking that Fogel wants to spread AIDS, the virus.
AIDS for everyone!
Yeah. See what happens. Yeah.
Press the Y button for accessibility options.
Okay, where to? Well, you got a couple races to choose from. The one downtown is all long curves, and the one in Eden Shores is all sharp corners. Take your pick and set a route to it on the map.
There we are.
So take it easy. Let's just get this car to the start line in one piece.
So all those trophies back there. You a racer?
Nah, that was my old man, Roberto Rivera. Mr. Clean. Rebuilt that yellow 67 Camaro with his own two hands. Made himself a champion. He left me the garage.
Looks like he was good.
So everyone says.
Showdown's a big deal around here, huh?
I'm not complaining. It's great for business. And if you race, you could make some serious bank.
I can use that about now.
You and everyone else in this town. Hey, Dex. Hey, be gentle with my friend here. They're breaking in a new car.
If it's one of yours, it's half broke already. You joining us?
Nah, man.
I run practice races for beginners if you need to get up to speed.
Yeah, funny guy. Very funny.
You're always welcome.
I'll talk to you after the race. Good luck.
I'll see you there. Come and get me. Let's see if you can keep up. You don't quit, do you? Ah, this one's going down to the wire. And that's how you win. Pretty good. I think you'll do all right.
Oh, looks like the car handles okay. Listen, I got some business in town to take care of. Best thing you can do with all that bank is get yourself a nitrous kit. I'm out of stock, but go pick one up from the part shop, and I'll fit it for you. Hey, word of advice, if you want to keep competing in the showdown, you gotta keep building your ride, and that takes bank. You race, you win cash, you upgrade. That helps you win bigger, faster races with more and more prize money. That ain't the whole story, but just the basics. And step one for you is buying that nitrous kit.
Keep that in mind.
You buy a car from me, and the aftercare comes as standard. Doesn't matter how great a driver you are. Everyone needs a good mechanic.
And that's you, huh?
You want to take on Palm City by yourself? Hey, be my guest. Just saying, it's easier when someone's got your back. If you're headed to the parts shop, you might as well swing by the old raceway. It's abandoned now, but that oval saw a lot of action back in the day. It still does sometimes. When when no one's looking.
How come it closed? I thought this city lived for racing.
It all moved out into the street. No need for a raceway when every road's a racetrack.
Open up. I can hear you in there.
They don't care. Did Lucas sell you this?
Yeah. You know him?
You could say that. He's my brother. That used to be mine. Won my first race in that bad girl. She's perfect for someone just starting out.
Fair enough. Hey, you mind telling me what their deal is?
Oh, stock is limited around town because of the showdown. They're only selling if they know you're gonna put the parts to good use.
Who says I won't?
Okay. Rookie's got confidence. How about a chance to prove you're more than just talk?
Let's do it.
Give me your phone. I'm Anna. There's only one way to make a name for yourself around here.
What, that's it?
I gotta make some calls. You stay on that thing. I'll be in touch.
Hey, while I'm hitting up my contacts, you can get yourself down to the Keys. There's a gas station out that way. I'll meet you there. Oh, and I downloaded an app on your cell phone.
Thanks.
Bing acts like a cop scanner. We all use it. It'll come in handy. Trust me.
Hey, it's Dex. Lucas gave me your number.
Oh, hi.
Look, sometimes I run practice races away from the showdown if you want to come and work on your skills. No pressure, just some fun and some prizes, and you would not believe the stories I have about Lucas.
Sounds good.
Great. I'll give you a call when I got the next one lined up. Later.
Press the C key for accessibility options.